have Freddie. Freddie gave 3/10 of his salary to his parents. So it means, right, okay, out of the 10 units of his salary, he gave 3 units to the parents. He spent $350 on rent and 1/5 of the remaining money on food. So what y'all will realize from this fraction is the 5 unit now, it will represent what thing, everybody? Can I like get a sense of what do you understand by the 5 unit? When they say 1/5 of the remaining money on food, what does the 5 unit here represent? Yeah, remainder, okay, it's not the salary, but 5 unit is the remainder. So over here, out of 5 unit of remainder, 1 unit is on food, right? Okay, then he saved the rest of his salary, which was 1120. What fraction of the salary did he spend on the rent? Branching, okay, yes, we can do branching because we see the keyword remaining, right? Yes, we can do branching. And then another one that we can do is model. Yes, very good, model. Okay? Now, I'm going to reteach these 2 methods again. So I hope that y'all are receptive to both methods. Okay? Because sometimes branching is better. Sometimes model is better. Yeah, pull down method. Yeah. Okay, so I'll show 2 methods. Then y'all learn. Okay, so branching, how we do? Okay, so branching, right, I will start with total first. Okay? Total, right, I want y'all to see. Total salary here is 10 unit. So, 10 unit here is the total. Okay? Can you understand? Then you branch out, right? You branch out. Okay? Out of 10 unit, 3 unit given to the parents. So, 3 unit to the parents. So, when you take 10 minus 3, right? Okay? Not remainder yet because over here they say he spent $350 on the rent. So it means, right, after give to the parent, there is still this component which is the rent. Okay, so in fact, right, my branching, I will park this rent, right, I will park this rent, okay, together with the parents, okay, on the left side. Yeah, on the left side of the branching. Then I can safely say whatever, okay, behind here, then is the remaining. Because that's where the remaining happen, right? You see, salary come first, then spend on the rent. Then after that, go to remainder. So that's why salary come first, then go to the parents, then go to the rent, and then now remainder, right, I will put it here. Okay, this is the remainder. Like this. Okay? Yeah. Okay, then what happened? Now your remainder is 5. Okay, but I do not recommend you all to put 5 unit here. I do not recommend you all to put 5 unit. Okay? I do not recommend. Why? Because you don't know the size here. The 1 unit, the size of the 1 unit here, is it the same as the size of 1 unit here? Okay, that's why, right, if you were to do branching, right, you have to remember this one, you have to use 5 parts. Okay, 5 parts. Yeah, 5 parts. You only can put unit, right, unless you're very sure, right, okay, from here to here is the same number. Then you can put units or you can make it the same. Okay? I will show you branching, then I show you model. Then it will make more sense to you guys. Maybe branching now look a bit alien. But after you connect the dots with the model way, right, I think you all will understand this. Okay? This is primary 5. Yeah, so out of 5 parts, right, okay, 1 part is spent on food. So if 1 part is spent on food, right, you are going to branch out. You're going to branch out. 1 part is spent on food. So, right, 5 part minus 1 part, right, you will get 4 part, which is what he saved for his salary. The rest, right? The rest, he saved the rest of his salary. So the saving must come from here. Okay, so far, do you understand first? Okay, so he saved the rest of the salary is 1120, right? So that means the saved part here, which is 4 part, is actually equals to 1120. Okay? So in other words, right, your first step that you can do, right, is find 1 part first. You will take 1120 divided by 4. Okay, 1120 divided by 4, you will get $280. Okay, how do you fit the rent? Because parents is 3 unit, so parents is 3 unit here. Rent is 350. I just park it beside. Yeah, I just park it beside. I don't know this one is how many unit. Okay, I don't know, but I know like that is how many unit. Okay, I will know this later. Okay, but you can tell what is it, then that will be good also. Okay, can do model now. I'm confused. Okay, let me finish first. Then later I do model. Let me finish this way first, okay? So 1 part is 280. What I want to do is I want to find the remainder first. My remainder is 5 parts from my denominator. Okay? So 5 parts, right, will be 5 multiplied by 280 okay, which you will actually get $1,400. Yeah, so once you get $1,400, you park it back to your remainder. Okay, park it back to your branching. Then right, I want you to box it up. I want you to box this up. Okay, box this up. Okay, everyone, if total is 10 unit, you have given your parents 3 unit. Okay, for this case is Freddy. Freddy gave his parents 3 unit. So can you tell me, right, the remaining numbers here must make up how many units? Everybody. The 350 and 1,400, right, must make up how many units? 7 unit, yes. So 7 unit, right? 7 unit is 350 plus 1,400, okay? So I will do this. 7 unit is $350 plus $1,400. We'll get 1,750. Now what happened? I want to find 1 unit first. So I will take 1,750 divided by 7, which will get $250. And then now I want to find the total. Okay, because later I need fraction of his salary, means I need the total of 10 unit, right? So I will take 250 times 10, okay, which will give me 2,500. Then last step, right, is you want to find the fraction of his salary that he spent on rent. So it means, right, rent must be in your numerator and denominator must be your total. So as you can see, right, your rent is actually 350. Okay, so 350 out of your total, right, is actually 10 unit, which is 2,500. Yeah. So from here, actually, it's just key into your calculator. Okay, because it's a paper 2 question. So just key in your calculator, and that's how you actually get 7 out of 50. Okay, so this one is branching. So model method, how I do. Okay, y'all see, okay, 10 unit is his total salary, of which, right, 3 unit he gave to his parents. So we are going to draw a model with 10 units first. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay? Okay, so out of the 10 units, 3 units were given to the parents. So my first 3 units here, it will be given to the parents. Okay? Given to the parents. After the parents, okay, here there's a problem. He spent $350 on rent. Okay, everybody, do you know how to cut the rent? Like, do you know, is it like 1 unit, or is it 2 unit, or is it 1.5 unit, or is it 3 unit? Do you know like how to cut for your rent? Everyone? No, right? You don't know, right? Okay, so the model, actually this part is a little bit harder. But what we can do, right, is we can pull this model down. Okay? So you imagine you pull this model down. You pull this model down. Okay? Okay, same size. I don't know how many units is 350. I don't know. So what I do, I just cut any random size for 350. Just make sure you do not cut exactly 1 unit is 350. Or don't cut like exactly 2 units. Don't assume things, you know? Yeah, so just cut any random parts. Yeah, so maybe around here, I will cut this is 350. Okay, that he spent on the rent. Okay, so from here to here is on the rent. Yeah, and then now what happened? His remaining money, just now we already analyzed the question. We know that remaining is 5 units, right? Of which 1 unit is on the food, right? So now my remaining, I'm going to cut into 5 parts. So I will cut 1, 2, 3. Okay, I want to cut a bit fatter. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, let me even this out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Something like that. Okay, Okay, when I'm cutting this, right, please do not think this unit and this unit is the same, even though it might look the same at the moment, but I want you to see this. Okay, maybe I don't cut it so exactly the same. This is what I'm going to do. I'm going to make the 350 even bigger. Then it will solve the problem here. I make 350 bigger. Okay, the reason why I can make 350 bigger is because, I just repeat again, because 350 we don't know how many units is it. Okay, they never tell us. So 350 can be any size, but I'm just going to make it bigger so that y'all can tell that when I cut the remaining parts into 5 parts, right? Okay, let's say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, now it still look kind of the same. Hold on, let me just fix this size a little bit longer. So, okay, then I'm going to cut the remaining 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, I hope this is a lot better. Or maybe I just make it even longer. So that your eyes won't play trick with you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Ah, okay. Out of these 5 parts, right, 1 part is spent on food, okay? So I will know this one is on food. Yeah? And then he saved the rest. He saved the rest of his salary, which is here to here. Okay? And they tell us it's 1, 1, 2, 0. Okay? Can y'all see it? Everyone? Okay. So now, linking back to my branching method just now, I want to ask y'all something. The size of this 1 bar here, is it the same as the size of this 1 bar here? Is it the same, everybody? This size here, is it the same as this? No, right? No, right? No, right? Okay. Can understand why is it no? Because just now the 10 unit, it come from the salary, right? So that means, right, every single part here, okay, that unit size, it come from that salary. So in other words, right, when I was cutting the first set of model, right, I was using unit. Correct or not? I was using unit. Yeah, I was using unit. Then, right, because given parents 3 unit already, whatever left is here. That's why I branch this model, this remaining part, right, I branch it down to here, right? Of which, right, the 350, I don't know how many parts it make up to, so I just randomly cut a 350. And then my remainder is 5. So I cut a 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So as you can see, right, actually we do not know the size and this size is the same or not. And that's also the reason why, right, just now when I was doing the branching method, right, if you all see, earlier on I introduced units, but later on, right, I actually introduced parts. Because the size of that 1 bar is different. Can you all see that? So that's why over here actually is considered like 1 part, 1 part, 1 part, 1 part, 1 part. It becomes 5 parts. Can you understand now? Yeah. So, but then if you realize no matter you do branching or you do model, right, you realize actually the steps are the same. Why? Because here, 1 part, 2 part, 3 part, 4 part. 4 part equals to 1120. So 1 part, right, is 1120 divided by 4. Okay? 1120 divided by 4, you will get 280. Okay? So our aim is what? Our aim is we first want to find the total salary, right? Which is actually from here to here, right? And to be able to do that, if we were to work with parts first, we need to actually add up all these parts, which is 5 parts. Am I right? So your next step is actually to find out 5 parts, which is taking 280 multiplied by 5. Okay, which you will get 1400. Okay, so once you have found out, okay, from here to here is your 1400, then you can actually find out this whole thing. Okay, so this whole thing, right, is 350 plus 1400. Okay, are you able to tell how many units is this? When I add these two up, how many units is this? Okay, now currently I get 1750. Yeah, very good. 7 units, right? Okay, Hazira. So it's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So you will know, okay, 7 units, right, is equals to 1750. So 1 unit, right, is 1750 divided by 7. Okay, which you will get 250. Okay, and then from here, now you can find the total, which is basically the 10 units. You will take 10 multiplied by 250, which is 2,500. Okay, last but not least, if they ask for the fraction of the salary he spent on the rent, your rent, right, is $350. Okay, out of your total salary you found out is 2500. Okay, 2500. And then you simplify it, right, you will get back exactly the same thing, 750. Now I want you all to do a comparison between the methods I have done, right. 4 part is 1120. Look at here. Okay, same thing. 4 part is 11. Can you see that? 4 part is 1120. Okay, find 1 part is 280. Same thing here. 1 part is 280. 5 part is 1400. Here also 5 part is 1400. I add together 1750. 7 unit is 1750. Same thing I did it here. 1 unit is 250. Same thing I did it here. 1 unit is 250. You will realize, right, the steps are exactly the same. Okay, 10 unit is 2500. 10 unit is 2500. So it's just basically how you present it, how you are able to understand the question, how you do it. Alan's age is one third that of Felicia's age now. Okay, so what do you understand by this? What do you understand by their ages now? Helen? and Felicia. They'll say Helen 1 unit, Felicia 3 units. Yes, so 1 unit to 3 unit. Okay, that's right. Okay, in 8 years time. So what happened? 8 years time. Okay. 8 years time, they will be 92 years old altogether. Okay, I just want to ask, 8 years time. If Felicia is 1 unit, now 8 years time, how old is Helen? 1 unit plus 8, yes. Because 8 years time you plus 8. You're right. Okay? But take note, unit and number cannot plus together. Unit is unit, number is number. Okay? Yeah. Can Okay, what about Felicia? Felicia also 8 years time. Okay? If Felicia now currently is 3 unit, means Felicia 8 years time is 3 unit plus 8. Correct or not, everybody? Do you understand me? Yes. And then their total age now is 92. So like that together is 92. Right? Okay, are you able to tell what should you do to 92 first? Okay, the common mistake for this question, right, is students, they take 92, they minus 8 one time only. Then they think it's equals to 4 unit. Yeah, but that's not true, because if you minus 8, right, you're only minusing 8 for one student. But here got 2 students. So you must minus 16. Very good. Okay, minus 8, minus 8. Then you get a 4 unit. You're right. So basically, right, this is the same as 92, which is their total age in 8 years' time. I want to minus that 8 extra years, you know, from Helen and from Felicia, so that it can go back to their current age now, which is a 4 unit, right? Because 1 unit plus 3 unit is a 4 unit. Alright? So 92 minus 8, you will get 4 unit is 76. So 1 unit will be 76 divided by 4, okay, which you will get a 19. Okay, then isn't it you find your answer? What is Helen's age now? Helen's age is 1 unit, right? So you have gotten your answer, which is 19. Okay, right, this question. Okay, I already tell you the common mistake. So just take note, don't make the common mistake. You're good for exam for such question. This one, same thing, because okay, if you read this question, that if you read already, okay, assuming you read already, you saw this keyword remaining, right? Same thing, right? I told y'all there are 2 methods to do it, right? Can y'all tell me what are the 2 methods again? Drop down model, yes, one of the method is drop down model. Drop down model. Another method, I told y'all, branching. Yes, branching again. This is a different type of branching already. I mean, different type of remainder question. Yeah, so let me just show you guys a worksheet that is at our tuition center, P5 worksheet, and what are the different types of remainder questions that you can expect, okay, for primary 5 level at this point in time. So let me show you a branching worksheet that we have here. Okay, so branching remainder type of questions, right? Okay, usually, right, why this topic is important? Because it's worth like 2 to 15 marks in exam. Sometimes they come out 1 question, okay, then lucky you, 3 mark, okay, 4 mark. Sometimes they come out 3 questions and 3 different type. So it can be more than 10 marks as well. So the 3 main types I would say is direct, working backwards, and additional amount. So yeah, these are the 3 different types, okay? Direct, working backwards, and additional amount. Just now, the one that we were doing, right, we were doing that working backwards. Yeah, so that's why we have the drop-down model, got parts, then after that we finish the drop-down model, then we go upwards, right? This is working backwards. Now, this third type that I'm going to do with you now is called additional amount. Okay? And how do we identify additional amounts, right? Is first, they will give you a whole number and a fraction. Okay, that's the first clue. Second clue, they will give you a whole number and a fraction of remainder. That's how you know it's additional amount branching question. Yeah, so yes, these are the 3 common types. Okay, so at our center, how do we drill you guys is first we will teach you the first type. So this is the, yeah, as you can see, we will teach both methods. You see, method 1 model, method 2 branching, because I know some of you prefer model, some of you will prefer branching. Okay, so we will teach both. Yeah. And yeah, typically for each type we'll at least have 3 practice questions to drill you guys. Yeah, so this is one branch of fraction that you need to know. Okay, for fraction is a very large topic in primary 5, right? You need to know the language, you need to know the basics of fundamental like addition, subtraction, multiplication. You need to know those problem sums with numerator comparison. You need to know branching. You need to know change strategy, which is the before and after. Okay, so now I just want to zoom into this additional amount, okay, to practice with y'all. So at least y'all, if come out right, y'all can at least get that 3 to 5 mark in exam. If I were to do branching, right, I will start with total first. Okay, but over here, this branching, I will do a little bit differently. Why? Because if you see this question, right, you got a fraction and additional whole number, additional 3 students. So it's not the typical kind, it's just a fraction alone. It's 1/4 of the students and additional 3 students, okay, went to the Western Hall. So it's like a fraction and the number together. Yeah. Okay? So together, right, we have 1/4 of the students, it means 1/4 of the total. Okay? 1/4 of the total and additional 3 students. So plus 3 more students. Okay? All this, okay, will be at the Western store. Okay? Western store. Western store. Right, after this, what you're going to write, right, is your remainder. Because after this sentence, you will see 5 fewer than 1/3 of the remaining students. So you will see, the remainder come here already. Yeah. So, right, you will write remainder. Okay, you will write remainder. But this part, right, actually you cannot fill up first. Okay? You only can fill up from the remainder, right? How you're going to branch out from here. Because it's 5 fewer than 1/3 of the remaining student. It means, right, okay, of your remainder, you're going to branch out that 1/3 of the remaining. So it's 1/3 R, okay, which is the remaining. Okay, now, 5 fewer, everybody, 5 fewer means what will you do here? And you see this is 5 fewer. So it is -5, yes, -5 students, huh? Okay, so when you have 1/3 of remainder, -5 students, they were at where? They were at noodle stores. So we will put noodles store here. Okay? And then whatever left here, it will be the 27 students at the drink stores. So 27 at the drink store. Okay? Okay, now from here, how do you do the branching? I need model, if not my brain cell will branch down. I would say model, right, because there's a -5 here, later you have a problem, trust me. So really be receptive to learn branching as well. Really be receptive. You know how to do. Okay, tell me what to do. So I want you all to see this. If your remainder is 1/3, can you tell me your remainder is what over what actually? What number over what number? Very good, Giselle. You're understanding me very well. It must be 3 out of 3. You're right. Okay? Because from 3 out of 3, then you can branch out, become 1/3, right? You're right. So that means, right, your remaining numbers here, I want you to box it up. Okay? You are going to box up like this, like this. You're going to box up like this. Okay? Okay, and then you all tell me is 2/3 remainder. Okay, so 2/3 remainder. Why? Because here already got 1/3 remainder. So if you got 3 out of 3 remainder, you minus 1/3 remainder, you will get 2/3 remainder, which is made out of these two numbers. Now, when you box this up that time, I want you all to remember, if here is a minus, you are going to minus these two numbers. If this is a plus, you're going to plus these two numbers. So it really depends on, is it a minus or a plus here. Okay, and that depends on the question. I told you, right, you need to minus. Okay, so 2/3 of the remainder, you will take 27 minus 5. Okay, 27 minus 5, you will get 22. Can you all see what you can do? You can find 1/3 of your remainder, okay, which you will take 22 divided by 2. I thought plus, no, it's minus, because 5 fewer. 5 fewer means here don't have the 5. It's not there. So you need to minus. Okay, yeah. If here is 5 more, then it's a plus. Yeah, so you need to be careful of the keyword. So 22 divided by 2 is 11. So 1/3 of the remainder is 11. Now I want you all to work your way upwards. So that will be actually 3 out of 3 remainder. Okay? So everybody, from 1/3 remainder to 3 out of 3 remainder, you will 33. Because you will times 3, right? Okay, which you get 33. So if you get 33 here, now park this number back here. Yeah, park this number back here. Then I want you to repeat the same thing again. Okay? Box up these two again. Okay? Can you all see that? You are essentially doing the same thing over and over again. So you box up these two numbers. If here is 1/4 total, it will tell you that actually your total is made out of 4 out of 4 parts. Right? So right, 4 out of 4 minus 1/4, can you tell me? Can you tell me this is what fraction of the total? Yes, it's 3/4, right, everybody? 3/4. Very good. 3/4 total. So your next step, right, 3/4 total, right, is actually 33. Now you plus 3, okay? Because here is a plus here. So you plus 3, which you'll get a 36. Okay? Then 1/4 total, it will be 36 divided by 3, which you will get 12. Okay, now from here, we can solve the question already. How many students were at the Western store? So at the Western store is here, okay, which is 1/4 total plus 3. You already found out 1/4 total is a 12. Correct, everybody? So this one you already know is a 12. Can you tell me the last step? 12 plus the extra 3. Yes, okay, you're right. So 12 plus 3, that will give you 15. Yeah, so this is the branching method. I show you all model method. If those of you who say you cannot do branching. Okay, model, I will say this one is really quite hard. You will be stuck somewhere. Let me show you. You see, total you got 4 unit, right? So you will draw 4 unit.
I want to say this one.
You want to?
Say this
You want to talk to other people. You want to say hello to everyone. They are going to have exam soon. So you must tell them, you all must study hard. You all must study hard, you say?
Study hard.
Play lesser.
Play lesser.
Do more maths.
Do more maths.
Watch mathematics TikTok live.
Much better TikTok live.
Mathematics
Mathematics.
TikTok live.
TikTok live.
Yeah, very well done. 读书
读书
做数学
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 OK 加油
加油
OK 加油加油好 Out of the 4 okay we'll have 1 unit of it and 3 additional students were at the Western store. Okay, so now this is the problem. 1 unit is here, right? But what about the 3 student? How can you draw the 3 student? Do you know it's draw like that? Like that? Like that? Like that? How? Can you see that you're a bit stuck already? You cannot anyhow add. You cannot anyhow add a 3. You cannot anyhow add a 3 because the 3 right must come from these 4 units inside, right? Okay, assuming that you anyhow put a 3, park a 3 there. Okay, so assuming you park a 3 here, okay, you park a 3 here. Then let's see whether we still can proceed on. You encounter another problem again. Okay, so I park a 3 here. This is for Western store, right? So whatever left here and here, right, is my remainder. Okay, is my remainder. Then now your remainder is 3 unit, right? So you will cut like this, right? You will cut like this, right? Then you have a problem again. 5 fewer than that 1 unit. So the 5 and this part, you're gonna cut again. And then how are you gonna label? Very confusing. And then that 3 just now over there, you're also not sure the size. Is it less than this or is it more than this? Right? Can you see that model for this question is actually very, very difficult. You don't know how to draw. Basically, you don't know how to draw. That's why I say some questions, right, branching is better. Yeah. Okay? So this one I don't recommend. I would strongly suggest you all still learn branching for this. Yeah? Okay? In the figure below, we have QWR, which is like that, SWT like that, and UWV, which is like that, straight lines. Okay, so we have 3 straight lines. Angle QWU. QWU, like this, is half the size of QWS. So QWS, which is this one. Okay, now everybody, when you see this keyword half, okay, I give you a little trick. Always change this HALF, right? Okay, HALF, right? Always change it to 1/2. Okay, this will make your life a lot easier when you do math. Why? Because then you will be able to circle that 1 unit. You know, okay, this must be the first thing that they were talking about. And then the 2 unit must be the second thing they're talking about. Then it's easy for you to use the units to actually continue solving the question. Because it's really easy from here. If you know the QWU is 1 unit, right? This one, right? You can put this in 1 unit already. And then your QWS, which is this one, right? You can put it in is 2 unit. Okay, it will really, really help you. Means, right, we know this is 1, 2, 3, and we know the straight line given is UWV. So this is a straight line, right? Okay, you all know straight line means all these angles add up to how many degree? 180, very good. So 180, right? So if this plus this is 180, I can take 180 minus away 1, 2, 3 first. Right, everybody? 180 minus away 1, 2, 3, you will get 57 degrees. So your 57 degrees is equals to how many units, everybody? Are you able to tell? Okay? Because like that is 180, right? So equals to, yes, Giselle says 3 units. So 3 units is 57 degrees because 1 unit plus 2 units is 3 units. So 1 unit will be 57 degrees divided by 3. Okay, which you will get a 19 degrees. Okay. Okay, now what they want? QWS. QWS. Tell me how many units are they asking you to find? QWS. Yeah, how many units are they asking you to find? QWS. 2 units. Very good. Yeah, because QWS, right? QWS. Take a look. QWS you also have here. Just now we put it as 2 units. You're right. So 2 units will be 2 multiplied by 19 degree. Okay? That will give you 38 degrees. 38 degrees. In the figure below, we have ABFG is a parallelogram. ADG is an isosceles triangle. Now, when they give you parallelogram, okay, you can put in the parallel lines already. Okay, this arrowhead means it's parallel lines. Why I recommend putting the arrowhead? Why? It's because later on, when you have something like this, right? Then you can spot your alternate angles. Yeah, it will really help. So always put in the arrowhead. We have 80 degree, right? 20 degree is already marked out in the figure. And we need to find EFG. EFG is this one. Okay, now, let's see. What is the very, very first thing you can find first? Everyone. Okay, remember I told you put in the arrowhead for a reason, right? So, I told you, right, if you put in arrowhead, you can see that something is occurring here. Right? There's a Z shape. And if you know this is 80 degree, do you all know what is this angle? It's 100? Alternate angles. Alternate angles means they are the same. Yeah, according to Z shape. But you only can do that if it's parallel. Okay? Don't anyhow say Z shape then it's same. No. Must be parallel. The condition it must be parallel. Okay? Then right, if this is 80, this is 80. Okay, good. This one is alternate angle. Okay. So we know this is 80 already. Now what we do? Now I want you to focus in this triangle. Okay? So can you see that there's an isosceles? So how can you find this angle or this angle? So we are going to take 180 minus away 80 degree divided by 2. 50 degree. Yes. So we have here 50 degree and we have here 50 degree. Okay. Now we are almost very, very close to what they want. They want us to find this one, right? Okay. To get closer to that, I want you all to see here again. Do you see another Z shape? Can you see? Parallel. Can you see? Parallel. So if this is 50, this is 50. Yes, it will be the same. So, very good. You are learning very well, okay? So 50. Alternate angles, okay? Okay, so last step. Do you see a triangle here? Do you see a triangle? You got 50 here, you got 20 here. So how do you find the last one? Which is what they're asking for. EFG. Very good, because you know all the angles add up to 180, right? So 180 minus away 50 degree, minus away, okay, 20 degree, and then you have your answer, right? Which is 110 degrees. Okay, part A, 110 degrees. Yeah? Okay, very good, very good. Okay, next one. Find CEG. CEG, the one they marked out here. Can you see a straight line here? Very good. 180 minus 50 because angles on the straight line add up to become 180. So CEG is 180 degrees minus away 50 degrees. We have 130 degrees. Very good. Okay, so we are done. Okay, so we finished all the additional questions already.